Speaking of dreams come true, rabbis, don't have the same kind of fantasies as other people. Normal people, I guess, fantasize about winning the lottery or about some cute person they saw on the internet. I wouldn't really know. But I do know rabbis. A few rabbis, including one I live with, fantasize about finding the perfect obituary. But most rabbis fantasize about the living. They fantasize about their congregations. That's right, all of you. Perhaps you're curious about the content of my fantasies. I hope you are, because I want to share a few of them with you today. I want you to know that the vision I'll present was not created in a vacuum. It emerged out of the 10 years I've spent studying, praying, and being with you, watching what you do, listening to you, learning who you are. From the first day I came here, you've inspired me, and the feeling has not gone away. So let me tell you about my dreams for Congregation Beth Am. I have a few visual aids that I brought to demonstrate my vision. 3 different talitot, each one with special significance for me and for our congregation. Here's the first one. No blessing, because I'm not going to pray. This is a talit that I brought just last month when I traveled to Israel with the Beth Am group. It portrays the beautiful flowers of the land of Israel and the 4 matriarchs of our people. This talit was created by Women of the Wall, a group of Israeli women who gather each month early in the morning to pray at the Western Wall in Jerusalem. Often they are harassed, screamed at, and cursed by the ultra-Orthodox people around them for daring to lift up their voices in song and put on a talit. For 20 years, this small group has been struggling courageously for the rights of all women in the Jewish people's most sacred place on earth. Their talit, for me, is a symbol of social justice and engagement with the larger community. It stands for breaking down barriers, openness, acceptance of others. What does it mean for us? Number 1, I want us to be an open congregation. This means a genuine openness to those who are not yet members. We should want to get to know them, to make them feel at home and befriend them, to share with them the beautiful treasure that is Jewish life at Beth Am. I want us to be known for the warm and gracious welcome that all of us give to anyone who walks through our doors. This calls for conscious, ongoing change in our congregational culture. We should all begin to see ourselves as hosts, not guests. We should lower barriers of all kinds, accessibility barriers, the barriers that make our congregation feel like a huge, confusing place where it's easy to get lost and hard to break in. I'd especially like to see us reach out creatively to those who don't always feel so comfortable in synagogues. Single people, with and without kids, gay and lesbian people, young adults in their 20s and 30s, intermarried families, Israelis, young emigre families. We should do this in faithfulness to our Jewish principles of hospitality and kindness, but also because it is the only way we will thrive in the long term. Synagogues that do not successfully bring in new people eventually stagnate and die. We should find new ways to make our large congregation feel cozy and friendly and Hamish to newcomers and old-timers alike. We can do it by empowering large numbers of lay leaders, drawing on the abundant talents of our members. Lay and professional leaders working together can create new networks of small groups, neighborhood groups, friendship groups, groups for study or hiking, for support, for Jewish celebration. Nobody should ever slip through Beth Am without developing traction, points of attachment and connection that bond them with other members. An open congregation practices open dialogue, pluralism, diversity. Beth Am should be a center for discussion of significant, sometimes controversial issues, able to tolerate a wide range of opinions and to communicate respectfully with one another. Republicans as well as Democrats should feel that they belong here. I want us to hear speakers from the Israeli left and center and right. I want us to disagree without being disagreeable. This talit stands for tzedek, justice, and tikkun olam, the repair of our broken world. Tikkun olam is not the work of a committee. It is integral to a Jewish life. We should draw all of our members onto a path of continuous Jewish ethical growth, offering multiple ways for all ages to take part in the mitzvah of healing the world. In the years ahead, we should create one significant, ongoing Tikkun Olam project that engages our whole congregation and puts Beth Am on the map. Maybe our Castaño school project in East Palo Alto will evolve into something like this. Maybe, like Congregation Beth Am of Sudbury, Massachusetts, we'll open an after-hours medical clinic on our premises, staffed by our members to serve those with limited means. Maybe we'll build houses together, or send groups of members to do Tikkun Olam work in New Orleans, Israel, Africa, or Central America. Maybe we'll dream up something else, equally ambitious. We should become known for this project and for our inspiring ethical leadership in the larger community. Our kids should be proud of what we do here. Our members should feel honored that this congregation motivates them to be better, mobilizes their best energies, calls them together to bring light into places of darkness.